Hi guys, it's me. So I'm back today with another video for you guys, but it's one that I promised. So I figured it's the weekend. The taquitos were so good that I was like, I'm making those again this weekend. So I have all the stuff here. I have tortillas and I had my husband grate some cheese so that I would have that readily available. I shredded up a Costco chicken for you guys earlier today so that I wouldn't have to do that via video and take longer to make dinner and all of those things. So I'm still gonna prep the mix with you guys so you guys can see what I do with this whole process and stuff like that. So I'm super excited to show you guys how I make my chicken and cheese taquitos. So let's get started. All right, so first things first, I am using La Victoria mild green enchilada sauce, but because my husband is not like a saucy kind of guy, using a small amount of this, I only have a big container of it, so I'll be putting that in the fridge for later. Come here, let me show you. It's getting hot on a medium-high heat, and I don't want it to be too hot. I'm actually gonna turn it down just slightly to a medium heat because my oven runs hot. But the reason that I'm heating it up now is so that I can easily just get those taquitos going as soon as we have all of the stuff prepped that we need to. We are gonna take chicken, shredded chicken, and we're gonna put it into a separate bowl so that I don't overuse on the chicken, because I have a feeling I'm not gonna have enough tortillas to like make that many taquitos. So I'm gonna leave some chicken and put that back in my fridge so that I can go buy more tortillas and make more. All right, so we have that in there. And then we're going to add a handful of cheese. This is cheddar cheese and Monterey Jack cheese, shredded obviously, and we're gonna mix that together so that the cheese and the chicken are as one. And see what that's kind of looking like. Ooh, my oil is already hot. All right, sour cream, and I'm only going to be using a tablespoon. Yeah, probably about a tablespoon of sour cream in this because my husband, like I said, does not like sauce, and I feel like it was still very, very good. So I'm gonna put 1, 2, and like a little one in there so that that adds flavor. Last time I added a little bit of cream of chicken, so I'm also gonna get that out. Okay, we're gonna keep that off because I'm not ready yet. It's getting hot. That was scary. It was like popping in the air. Did you guys see that? So popping. It's terrifying. I'm gonna add probably, this is gluten-free cream of chicken. Probably about another tablespoon of cream of chicken. I don't think I added sour cream in the last mixture, but it's gonna be fine because that'll make it taste good too. Just so that the ingredients stay kind of like together, like stickiness to them. We're gonna add just like a little bit of salt. We're gonna add just a little bit of pepper. Can you guys see that? It's not a lot. Probably like a teaspoon of each max, maybe like a half a teaspoon. And then I have this asado flavoring, and it's gluten-free. So I put about that much in there, probably about a teaspoon. The others were probably about a half a teaspoon. And then we're gonna go ahead and mix that. I have these white corn tortillas that I got from Costco that are gluten-free. And I'm gonna take about that much and just make this kind of like slightly damp. okay? It's not dripping at all. It's just like a little damp. So what I did is I add a couple drops on it and then I squeeze the paper towel together. So I cover the tortillas in that, and then I put it in the microwave. We're gonna start with 30 seconds in the microwave. You can heat them up on your stovetop on a frying pan with either a little bit of like butter or oil. Flip them like a couple times, or you don't even have to use seasoning, and just like flip them as it starts to get hot really fast. Don't let it like heat to where it starts to crisp. You need like pliable feeling. That's the word I was looking for, pliable. So we're gonna take our mixture and put it over here. We're gonna turn our oil back on. We're going to have some softened butter that I've pre-softened in a bowl, and I'm gonna put that next to my chicken mixture as well. Here. All right, so they are not quite there heat-wise, so I'm gonna put them in for another 20 seconds in the microwave, but I flipped over the tortillas onto their other side so that the bottom ones would be on the top, because the top ones tend to get more moisture than the bottom ones. Yep, I can already tell by the heat of the paper towel, there's like, it's just warm, that these are gonna be ready to go. And see, you want them to be like pliable like that. And now my oil's not hot. That sucks. We will make some and just like set them on this plate, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a spoonful of that chicken and cheese mixture, and we're gonna line it on the tortilla, but you kind of don't want chicken to be too close to the edge because it's gonna spread out a little bit, but also if you put it too close to the edge, you're going to get chicken out in your pan frying. So what I do is I always take one edge and I kind of push it down onto the wet chicken mixture. Then I take a little bit of butter on my finger and I rub it on that part of the tortilla, and then I rub it on the other side of the tortilla right here. And then I'm gonna fold that and tuck it. And you will sometimes get these little bubbles that happen. Usually that means because they're just a little too dry, they're not wet enough. I don't want them all to do that. So let's see if the next one does it. If it does, I might try to moisten them just a little. But that is kind of how you're gonna do that. So you want it to kind of look like that. And then we're going to take one side of the tortilla, push it down into the wet moisture, take a little bit of that butter, spread it onto the inside and the outside but still inside part of the tortilla. This one. You're going to want some form of tongs as well because you're going to be frying. But before we do that, let's go ahead and take a piece of chicken that's kind of longer, and you're going to touch it to the oil. If it bubbles, your oil mixture is ready. It's bubbling, and I do the closed side down so that it will adhere and it will start to get crisp on that side, because if it was soft, it would all just open up. So I put that down in there, and then I squeeze the sides of the tortilla. Sorry about that. Okay, like this. That is so that it won't be flat. And let's check on these tortillas. Let's try again with this a little bit more heated up. Also, if one of you have made taquitos before, and you think that you have like any ideas to offer up to me, please don't be afraid to like message me or comment, because I am always open to like changing things around and making it a little bit different. So that one stayed together, so we're gonna go ahead and put that in the mixture as well. Let that cook for a few seconds. I'm gonna check on these to see how browned they are. They're not quite brown enough for me. I am gonna squeeze them one more time because they're starting to flatten out on one side. I'll show you guys what these look like after I flipped them. You see that? Yum. Yum, 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 yum. That looks phenomenal. It's gonna be so good, I already know it. So I have a cooling rack. That is what I end up using, and I just put that over the top of a plate or a platter, and I set that off to the side. And that way, when they're done, like this one is, I can transfer them over to that little platter. As you need tortillas, you can heat more up. I don't like to heat up a lot at one time because of the fact that when I do that, sometimes I am not working fast enough and my tortilla will start to dry out, and then that's not good, because then you're going to have breaking and they're gonna snap in half when you're trying to roll them and stuff. So this is what they look like when they're all finished. So yummy, crisp. But we're gonna wait to try them until they're all finished. Okay guys, so they're done and they look amazing. Like, how cute would this be to bring to a party? Like, so freaking cute. We are going to try a taquito for you guys. I'll just do this one because it looks really yummy. Look at the center. Super delicious looking. You guys ready for this? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. For real. All right, let's try one more time for you guys. They're so good. So good. Definitely give this recipe a try. In my opinion, it's a 10 out of 10 recipe. Next level in my opinion. So, only thing I would say is I would maybe add just like a little bit more of this into the mixture. Also, I forgot to tell you guys, I literally had just the perfect amount for every single one of the tortillas that I heated up. So I don't know how that happened, but I got lucky today. Usually I have leftover of one of the two. So let me know if you guys try this recipe. If you do, please message me, send me a comment, something, and tell me what you think. I'm so excited that I got to share this with you guys. I can't wait to share more recipes with you guys. And yeah, I'll get back with you guys soon. Bye guys.